grab and go salads. To be most efficient in producing our grab and go salads, we have incorporated all of the ingredients that we need to make our grab and go salads onto our salad bar. You should already have an area designated in your coolers with all of the prepped items that you will need to make grab and go salads. These prepped items all take time. So as you need them, you are going to have to factor in time in your daily schedule to prep any items that you run short on. That would be chopping vegetables or cutting meat or cupping up salad dressings. All of those things should be included in your daily routine. Okay, so we're going to grab our PMG and we're going to go into the cooler and we are going to grab our rack of leftover grab and go salads that we produced yesterday that are still in the cooler, and we are going to take them out and stock them on the retail floor. Okay, before we put them on the retail floor, we need to temp them and make sure they're 41 degrees or less. You're going to put it through, pop that open, set it, and make sure that it records down to less than 41 degrees. Okay. So we temp that salad to 41 degrees. These have all been in the cooler overnight, so you can assume they're all 41 degrees or less. So you can record 41 degrees on your PMG and then assume that the rest are 41, and we'll put those out. Wow, look at the shelf. Obviously, we had a really good day in salad sales yesterday, and we probably should have put out some of these salads that we had in the back last night. It's amazing what a sunny day will do for salad sales. So now I'm going to put out all the salads that we have available, inventory them so that we can create production numbers today so that we know how many we need to make. And obviously, by looking at the shelf, we need to up our red numbers. Now I have fluffed my shelf, faced it, checked the dates, and counting all of my leftover salads and recording my beginning inventory and my shrink. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chef, and I'm going to record that on my PMG. I have no shrink today, so I'm going to put 0 on the top one, and I'm going to put a squiggly mark down, which means we had absolutely no shrink today, which is the big indicator that we didn't produce enough salads yesterday. So we're ready for salad production. So we're going to refer back to our PMG where we did our beginning inventory this morning. And we are going to compare our beginning inventory with our red number for the day, which if you look for Caesar salad, we had 14 on the shelf this morning. Our red number is 24, so we are going to make 10 of those today. And we will do that for each one of our salads to determine how many we need to make. Then we will start with the ones that have beginning inventories of 0 and start producing them first. I have my production numbers now all in my PMG, and it looks like based on our beginning inventory subtracted from our red numbers, we need to make 95 salads today. So we're ready to make our first grab and go salad. We got out our recipes, we got our scale, we got our containers, and we've pre-mixed our leafy green that we need to make them. We have decided, looking at our PMG, that we're going to start with Santa Fe because it had a 0 beginning inventory. We've pulled out all the ingredients from our prepared items in our cooler that we're going to need to make the Santa Fe salads. So we're going to get started by putting our container on our ounce scale and adjusting it to 0. Then each one of these contain 5 ounces of the leafy green. So you're going to fill your leafy greens to hit the 5 ounce mark, and you're going to do that 12 times. Okay, so we have filled in 12 containers with all of the leafy greens, and we're ready to go on to the next step. I do want to point out that a lot of times you'll find cores in these. You want to make sure that you do not include those in your salad. Throw them away. So your next step is to put a dressing in the center of each one of these, just like this. And then you will go about building your salad with all the ingredients around the dressing. So we're moving on to our next ingredient, which is our rotisserie chicken. And I'm going to place the container on the scale and adjust it to 0. And this calls for 2 ounces. So we're going to portion out 2 ounces. And it goes in the bottom left corner. And we just pour it on like that. And you continue to do that for all 12 salads. The next ingredient is 1 ounce of shredded pepper jack. So you're going to do the same thing you did with the chicken. And it goes in the center up above the dressing. And you're going to do that 12 times. Next ingredients is the diced red peppers, and you get 1 ounce, and you see about the dice size. Okay, and it goes between the chicken and the pepper jack. Now the corn, and it is again 1 ounce, and it goes next to the chicken. Okay, black beans are our last ingredient, and it's 1.5 ounces. And as you can see, they are no longer in a liquid. You need to make sure that you rinse these and drain them in a colander before we put them on the salad. And they go next to the corn and the pepper jack. Okay, so we have all 12 ready to go, and we are going to seal them up. And you want to make sure everything is tucked in and you don't have a bunch of errant stuff on your ledges. Seal them up. Make sure it pops. You're going to put a always fresh sticker on the center and your Hobart scale label in the center of the container and down through the bottom. And there you go. It's all ready. Okay, so they're all ready to go into your cooler to chill down to 41 degrees or below before you put them out for sale. Okay, I'm putting on my last shrimp on my very last salad. Then we are going to close these up, label them, sticker them, and put them in the chill blaster to chill down to 41 degrees. We just finished our shrimp Louis, and there's a few items on there that need to be prepped. And so I'm going to stop what we're doing and I'm going to show you how to prep these items. First of all, you need to make sure that you get your safety glove on, your hand that is not cutting, and then you put gloves over them. And the Roma tomato, you're going to cut off the end, cut it in half, and then you're going to cut each half into 4 pieces. So that each tomato, you get 8 sections. And that's the tomato wedge. Next, we're going to do our egg, and I recommend that you don't do eggs ahead of time because after you slice them, they dry out quicker. So I would slice them as you need them for each salad. Put them in your egg slicer elongated, and then when you put them on the salad, you fan them. Next, we want to do the lemon wedges. You're going to cut off both ends, turn it up on its end, cut it in half. And the same thing, just like the tomato, you're going to make 8 wedges. Here's our chef salad, and the only thing that's really unique to that is that we use the turkey and the ham, which both come in julienne from DPI, but we want to make them look different on the salad, so we are going to go ahead and dice the ham so it has a cube look. So you're going to cut the cucumber in half, flip it over, cut it in half again, and then you're actually going to cube the cucumbers. So when making the taco salad, the thing that's unique about it is that we use our pico de gallo. And it is a 16-ounce container, and it has roughly 14 ounces of product in it. But we need to squeeze the juice out because we don't want to have that running in our salad. And that leaves you approximately about 10 ounces of diced tomatoes and cilantro and onions and whatever else they put in it. And that way, 1 container of pico makes approximately 5 taco salads. So this is another way of getting the juice out, is just taking the pico and squeezing it into your hand. And when you're all done squeezing, it leaves you about 10 ounces of pico. Here's a finished Cobb salad. We already know how to do everything that's in there. Here's a finished Caesar salad, and the only thing that this is the packaged croutons that we get from Charlie's. So we have built to our red numbers for the day and produced everything we were supposed to produce, and it's on a high boy in the cooler. We are going to leave them in the cooler now, and tonight before the PIC or you go home, you would want to inventory what you have out on your shelf, and if there's anything that you're missing that you have back here, you would temp it and make sure that it's 41 degrees or below, and then you could put it out on the shelf. Anything that's left over will remain in the cooler overnight, and when the morning person comes in, they will again inventory and face the department and fill with the remaining salads.